Okay, here we go. Some words on the screen in Latin. This is the elder Seneca to his sons. Novato and Mele are the genitive forms. They're Seneca's, and he's saying greetings. This is his Controversies, Book 1. Exigetus. You're asking or forcing out or whatever it is. A matter more pleasant to me than easily done. For you are asking or bidding me what I'm feeling, or it's my opinion, concerning these declamators, the people who make declamations or speakers, who in my age, they happen to have fallen or been in my age or lived at the time, and to indicate or make a list if there's something which has not yet elapsed or slipped out of my mind, to collect the things dicta, said, neuter plural, by them. Although knowledge of these people is a knock on your way, you're a subductor, there's no knowledge of them for you. Nevertheless, you shouldn't believe merely such things from them, I guess what you've heard, and you can judge them. So they're getting the answers from their father, not just things they've heard. Est facior, there is, I confess, some pleasantness for me to return into my ancient studies, or the studies of old things, and it is better to respicere, look back to those years, and for you asking the questions of what you were not able to hear of such opinions, these men, that you wouldn't be able to hear these men of such probably of such great opinions, and to detract or take away this injury of time. So, because they're born in a different time, they can't actually have first-hand experience. 2. But when there are many things already for me that Seneca's old age has made that I'm now longing for, which have gone from me, so he's remembering times gone by and his own functions. The retutoring, that's blunting of the achium, the eye line of his eyes, so it's old age has made his eyesight worse. It has blunted, habituated, his sense of hearing, or sense of his ears. It has fatigued the firmity, the firmness of his nerves and muscles. And amongst these things, which I'm retooling or mentioning, or bearing or whatever, is the memory that matters from all the parts of my mind. There's a genitive in there. Mostly extremely, as now it's become delicate and fragile, these parts of his mind, I guess, in which, first of all, his old age is incorporated. So these occurred basically, first things that happened was all his eyesight went and his hearing, etc. Aliquando, at some time, Hake, these things flourished in me. Something female here, memory. So that not only it was sufficient or in use or beyond sufficient, it was good, but it proceeded usque as far as being miraculous, his memory. I don't deny this, non-nego. 4, also, 2,000 were recited of names. In English you'd say 2,000 names were recited, which dicta was said in ordinary, in a row, so 2,000 things in a row. I could read about them, I could return them, I could report them or recite them. And from those who had convened here to hear my precepts or his instructing, singulos versus datos, okay? Each single person, a singulus, is given by a single person. They've given a verse, verses there. When there was more than 200 given, okay, so a single person is giving verses up to as much as 200 verses from the ultimo beginning. So beginning at the end, I would recite back to the first one. So it's like saying the alphabet from Z to A instead of that, except there's 200 of them. So That's how good his memory was. 3. Nec ad complectanda tantum, the things. Okay, so things which I wanted quickly to grasp or include, my memory was very fast for me. But even the things which I'd kept around, which I'd accepted or heard, the things which it could contain or wouldn't forget. So you could hear 200 lines. You could embrace, include everything, but you could also remember it. For bona fide, he was accustomed to have a very good, trustworthy memory. Nunc am, right now, even now, shaken by age and long odium, long idleness and slothfulness, or doing nothing. The things which the juvenile mind would also dissolve to such an extent, is it led that even if it's able to present something, there's no promise given here. It's not possible to promise it'll be correct, I guess. For a long time, I've sought nothing from it, because obviously when you've got memory, you've thought of it many times. So for a long time, he hasn't asked anything with his memory. But now, because you're bidding him to, I shall test, indirect question, quid possit, which takes the subjunctive. A direct question will be what's possible. Indirect means there's something running up to it, so I'll test. The question is indirect. And I'll scrutinise or whatever, with all care, this topic or matter, or his memory. Okay, daily dictionary. Complector. It's used for embracing normally, hugging, encircling. But then it can get more complex to include or involve, bring in, attain, welcome. Okay. Where the hell was I? 4. I hope, some part, to do this well. For in whichever way it is amongst my memory here, either as a boy or as a juvenile that I deposited in his memory, as if it's recent or now is heard without any delay, I will bring it forward, prefer it. At sea. But if inside of these approximate years, the nearby years, I've committed any of these to mind, thus they are destroyed and lost. So his recent memory is not so good. So that even if rather often they're inherited or brought into his mind, so many times, nevertheless, I hear them just as if they're new. 4. And thus, from my memory, as much as there is for you satisfactorily of that which is remaining of his memory, that's quantum how much there is. 4. You're not asking me concerning these people who you yourself have heard, but from these who have not reached as far as your time, your era. Fiat quod vultus. Let it be what you want. An old man into the schools, let him be sent. This is necessary that I obtain this thing I asked, that, lest, what have we got here? You want something as if in a certain order, then be followed out the things which occur to me in contracting or bringing all these things together. So give him a bit of leeway here as things occur to him. For it's necessary for all my studies that I error, so that's wandering around, and everywhere, whatever comes to me, I will grab that. So he's going to give you his memories, but not necessarily in order.